Good evening. My name is Joe Biddle. I'm here with Aaron Sloan, and tonight I'd like to present our 4th of July Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular Marketing Plan. First of all, we need to know our mission statement. Our mission statement states that the Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular is one of the country's premier Independence Day celebrations. The iconic event, which annually draws in a crowd of about 500,000 people to the Hatch Memorial Shell on Charles River, has a broadcast viewership of approximately 4.5 million worldwide, and it carries on the tradition. The Boston Pops Fireworks Spectacular honor our nation's founding and the values of liberty and the justice for all, in giving back to our community, supporting the arts, and helps enrich lives of people in Boston, across America, and around the world. This is given to us by staff 2017. First of all, we need to talk about our marketing objectives. Here, our marketing objectives is we want other performers to come in along with Boston Pops to give us entertainment throughout the day. We're thinking about people such as Andy Grammer, Melissa Etheridge, Leslie Odom Jr., and then of course Boston Pops themselves. And then our second goal or objective is to produce dates for corporate sponsors and partnerships for money donations. What this will do is this will bring in money to help even out cost because admissions to our event are totally free, and so this will help us kind of compensate for that. And then the next one is receive rental fees from vendor trucks and food vendors and things like that outside, so people can enjoy food throughout the day. And then also when they come into Fenway Park, we'll have our concession stands open to where they can enjoy there also. The next one is increase the number of community volunteers from last year. We wanted as many volunteers as possible to help us run this event. First of all, it'll help us lower our labor costs, but not only that, it'll give back to the community and make them feel like they have ownership in the program. And then last but not least is to produce a high quality media guide. What this media guide will do is I'll have all our sponsors in there. It'll talk about the Boston Pops and Fenway Park and of course the Boston Red Sox. And this will really be a keepsake for people to keep forever, and they'll know where they spent the 4th of July in 2018. Now we're talking about situational analysis, economical climate, population, demographics, product demands, and technical trends. Okay, the economics in Boston area, when we look at this, we look at average salaries per household. We're looking at about $92,000 a year average. Now, why we use this is to help us make sure that we're not overpricing things throughout the day, because we want everyone to enjoy our celebration on the 4th of July. And then the population, we needed to know, the average age is 31, so we know how to trend the events and which performers to bring in. Also, the average household is 2.36 people per house, and 210,148 people were married in the Boston area. And most of our children here in this area live with both parents. And so that really tells us that we want a family-oriented place. Our product trends, we've noticed that concerts have gone up over the last year, especially the Boston Pops. Their ticket sales have increased 3.5% over from last year. So this means that their name is out there. People know who they are, and people want to be associated with them and go and see them perform. And then, of course, our technical trends, we're going to use Facebook to our advantage, Instagram, things like that. There's no way to stop Facebook Live, as we saw with the Conor McGregor and Mayweather fight. People were live streaming it, so therefore we're going to use that to our advantage, and we're going to let that happen. And this will show our sponsors that we can hit a larger target of consumers. And then our SWOT analysis. Our SWOT analysis is talking about our strengths, our weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Our strengths are the history of Boston Pops playing in Fenway Park. Two of the most iconic things in Boston are happening all together on the same day. So just that experience alone is a great strength for us. Our weaknesses is our seating and our parking. Our seating only seats 37,000 in the stadium itself. Our parking is minimum compared to what we need to have. And so what we're going to do is block off streets and things like this to create more parking. And then our opportunities with our partnerships with local businesses, getting our volunteers out there, having word of mouth and things like that. So there's a lot of opportunity to bring in those local businesses. Since it's not a Major League Baseball event, we can partner with anyone we want, and Major League Baseball has no say. So it really opens up the doors for us. And then the threats, of course, are the probable returns to our partners, showing our partners that we are making them a profit. And then also the surrounding towns, making sure that our event doesn't coincide with theirs. And then, of course, the weather, which no one has control over the weather. Now I'd like to hand it over to my partner, Aaron Sloan, and let him talk about the rest of our marketing plan. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is Aaron Sloan, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the consumer information. And what we want to do, we want to divide this audience into 4 different groups here. We're going to divide them into the families. First of all, the families, you know, it has to have that atmosphere of a family gathering, because this is going to be for all ages. So we have to make sure that we have that family atmosphere. The military, it's Independence Day, right? So we have to salute them for their service. You know, because they keep us safe from other countries. And then the next is police and fire department. You know, the police and fire department keeps our community safe from fire, from crimes, whatever it may be. And then also because they're first responders. First responders, it's pretty tough being a first responders on any kind of an emergency. And then the last thing is business. We want to thank them for their partnership, because without their partnership, this wouldn't even go on. And we also want to thank them by letting them know where their location is for their advertisements. The marketing strategy, real quick, we'll post flyers around the city and around the neighboring cities and other states, preferably New England states. We'll show that the trips to this event is very much inexpensive. And then we'll promote the businesses through the media guide. Media guide is key, as Joe mentioned earlier. And on this marketing strategy, we got the products with the pricing strategy, place, promotional plan, corporate partnerships. Now the products, of course, we're going to have apparel, we're going to have hats, and we're going to have t-shirts. The concerts, as Joe mentioned earlier, we're going to have performers out there performing for us. And then, of course, you got the fireworks show. The reason why everybody's there in the first place, to watch the fireworks show. The next is the pricing strategy. The pricing strategy, we're going to put a value pricing in practice here, because we want to make sure that the public feels comfortable with the pricing. No high prices to signal luxury or prestige. We don't need any of that. This is a fun event. Offsetting lower prices by selling higher quantities. We don't need that. Vendor price, we have to make sure that they're adequate and they're not charging the people too much. The place, Fenway Park, seats about 37,000. And you'll have some on Charles Rivers as well as bridges and parks. The promotionals, we'll go throw out flyers, billboards, media, TV and radio, ads and paper. And then, of course, we have corporate partnerships. We're looking for long-term partnerships and equity with the community. That's what we're actually going for here. And then we have to make sure that the partners are satisfied with the contractual terms. All right? And then we're going to try to lock the performers in by August 1st, by December 31st. We're going to try to lock in the corporate sponsors and partners by December 31st. We're going to try to lock in the media guy, and we're going to meet with the sponsors on December 15th. In January, we're going to present the media guide. And then it's very easy. If we don't bring in more than we're pouring out, then it could be a sudden end. That is our presentation, and thank you very much.